Hey, 10th grade, it's Mrs. Cook. I just wanted to make sure that I followed up with our chat today about your goal statement assignment so you know exactly what you need to do to be successful with it. So, last week we discussed goal setting and we also watched the video on 30-day challenges. So, if you were not here one of those days, both of these resources can be found on the Google Classroom assignment, so please make sure you check those out before you try to complete this. So, with that information, you are now up. I am going to put you to a challenge, and that challenge will be for you to select a healthy habit to try and execute every day for 30 days. That healthy habit needs to be something that could work on improving one of the 4 health-related fitness components below. So, working towards improving cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, and flexibility. We're not going to set this as kind of a long-term goal where you're trying to, let's say, decrease the amount of time that you can run a certain distance, or increase the amount of time that, or I'm sorry, the amount of weight that you can lift with something, or increase how far you can stretch. What I want you to think of for this 30 days is, what can I do every single day to make a healthy habit that will work on improving one of those. We'll talk a little bit more about setting a specific goal to try and reach later in the year, but we're going in baby steps and this is our first one. For example, let's say you already lift every day and you really enjoy strength training, but every day when your lift is done, you just, get a drink and go home and that's it. So we know that not stretching after lifting can be kind of counterproductive to that lift that you had. So your goal may look something like, I will stretch for 10 minutes every day after I lift. Maybe you're somebody who knows that you need to increase the amount of physical activity that you get. So your goal could be, something as simple as, I'm going to walk to school and get a ride every day for 30 days if you have a safe route that you can walk to school. These are both small and sustainable changes, but that can greatly impact your health in a way and make this a habit. If you are confused, please check the Google Classroom under the goal statement assignment for both of the resources that we talked about at the beginning of class. You can also email me at any time or see me during your class period. I know I only see you all twice a week, so sometimes it's hard to touch base, but I live in the athletic building. I'm always here during the day, so you can always pop down if you have a study hall or during lunch and try to either check in the gym or check in my office for me. The purpose for doing these 30-day challenges is because practice makes permanent. If you are all able to successfully take something for 30 days and implement those small and sustainable changes into daily life, there's such a good chance that you can turn that healthy habit into more than a habit. It's going to be a lifestyle. And that's my goal as your phys ed teacher. I want to teach and instill those healthy habits for you to carry into adulthood. I'm going to bump over here to a Google Classroom so you're able to see how this assignment needs to be completed. So thank you to my period 2 class on day 4 and 5. You're my example group. All right, this is what you will see when you log in. You're going to see the goal statement assignment here. It goes over again which health-related fitness components I'm looking for you to use when you set your goal. The SMART goal setting sheet right here. If you click on this, it'll take you over to a document. Sorry, did not turn my walkie-talkie off at the end of the day. So this will go through what a SMART goal looks like. It covers each of the letters of the acronym. Remember, we want something that's specific, that it's identifying a specific action or event that you are going to do. We want it to be measurable, so there has to be a quantity to it. How are you going to measure that you have been successful in accomplishing this? It needs to be achievable. Let's say you wanted your goal to be to go to a yoga class every day for 30 days. Well, that's great. But if you can't get to a yoga studio because it's too far away or it's too expensive, what can you do to achieve that goal? You can look on YouTube for videos. So make sure that it is something you're able to accomplish. Realistic. This is where, again, you're probably sick of hearing me say small and sustainable, but making the small changes that may put you out of your comfort zone or may be a little bit hard to accomplish every day, those small changes are going to greatly increase the likelihood of your success. I always like to say, don't set the bar so high that you can't reach it, but don't set it so low for yourself that you're tripping over it. And timely. The goal should state the amount of time that this goal will take place. And for you all, that's easy. We're trying to do this for 30 days. How much time will it take you each day? If you scroll down through here, I'm not going to read through all of these because I know you're all capable of that, but there's 7 steps here that will help you as a resource when you're trying to set your goal. Once you kind of have an understanding about this, or if you don't have questions, you can bump back over to the goal statement form, and that is in your Google Classroom. This form is going to ask you a couple questions. It's asking for your goal statement. What are you trying to do? So think back to the example I gave you of trying to stretch for 10 minutes every day after lifting. What obstacles could get in the way of helping you achieve that goal? So, if time management is hard for you, let's say every day after a workout you have to go right to a music lesson or do a tutoring session. How can you make the time to fit your goal in? What are the solutions to those obstacles? Do you need to wake up earlier in the morning? Do you need to have a friend hold you accountable and invite a friend to do a workout or a stretch session with you? A lot of times our obstacles become excuses, and we use those as a reason for why we can't get things done. And I know that doesn't just happen in phys ed. I know sometimes it happens in those other classes when you have homework that you might not get to, finish. What do you need in order to reach that goal? What is going to help you successfully accomplish this new habit that you're trying to make part of your daily life? And lastly, is this goal something that someone in your family could work on with you? So if you are trying to increase your cardiorespiratory endurance, you want to make a point every day to do something that's going to help that. Maybe after dinner every day, you take a family walk, or you walk the dog with a parent or an aunt or an uncle or a sibling. You have the opportunity to earn 2 bonus points if at the end of this 30-day challenge, a family member emails me directly to say they worked on this with you for as many days as they were able. So if your goal was to stretch for 5 minutes a day, you had someone in your family join you. Now, this does not mean that you get 2 bonus points per person that helps you reach this goal. So you get somebody involved, you're recruiting, you're not only helping your grade out because you're getting a couple extra points, but you're also helping them make a new healthy habit that they might not have. If you have any questions throughout any of this process, please make sure that you see me. And remember that practice makes permanent. We want to permanently instill these healthy habits so they're a part of your daily life.